Sagittarius, how you doing? So if I'm honest, if you've watched your channeled messages, this is for your July, okay? But if I'm honest, I feel like this hornet's nest of confusion of this energy being built up for an episode where someone is just about to flip the script in like a tower moment, and it's going to bring everybody down with them. Because I'm keeping up like huge energies of like episodes of 5, okay, like another outburst and another like meltdown and another breakdown. You really could be dealing with a Cancerian or a 7 somewhere, but like I keep picking up like a nut is happening again, like Jen, Julian, Jason, Justin, Jasmine, or like it's just happening again and again and again and again and again, and it feels like that this pressure is being built up through this negative energy, like it's stirring and creating whirring energy of like it's just like waiting to happen again. Because through your channel messages, I've got to be honest, and I'll have it straight now, Sagittarius, is that I felt like this hornet's nest where I couldn't put your pieces together, and I'm picking up huge energies of like 5. I really am. And if I'm honest, it's Sagittarius / a Taurus or a life path 5 or a group of people that come together where the numbers add up to 5, okay? But I am picking up on a lot of 5s. And if I'm honest, I'm picking up like a lot of a hornet's nest of confusion, of like hysteria, like making people like provoke and like point out mistakes and like make people do things and ask them first if that's okay, and like point out mistake and say that you're not doing something right and really force that energy and force people to fall in line, and very regimented stuff if I'm honest, because I'm getting I'm getting that way, okay? And it feels like that, like well, if we can't make people do it, then we're going to force someone to do it. So if I'm honest, it feels like a hornet's nest of narcissism and control, if I'm honest, okay? So that's what it feels like. Whether it's going to be that or not, I don't know. But the channeled messages, I wasn't so forthcoming with it. Now I am, because I really do feel that there's a lot of pointing out mistakes and pushing and prodding, and like this hornet's nest of narcissism that's going to be coming around 5s and people making people do things that they don't want to do. Okay, so that's what I'm feeling that could be coming up for you. But I definitely keep picking up like a Sagittarius that has a huge beef with a Taurus, okay, has a lot of confliction with a Taurus specifically, because if you do, that's because you're a Sagittarius 5, okay, and the person is a Taurus 5, and you'll just come at each other with 10s like all the time, just like constantly butting heads and not really getting through to each other, okay? So I keep picking that up, like Sagittarius Taurus, Sagittarius Taurus, Sagittarius Taurus, okay? But these 5s, they're all here because I can feel them, okay? So let's see. So what's going on with Sagittarius, please? Show me a Sagittarius reading. Sun, rising, Venus, Jupiter, North Node. But what's going on with them for July 2021? So yeah, very quick, very fast, but very fast and furious, okay? So it feels like, okay, well, if I can't do it, then I'm going to make you do it. So this is you getting word very quickly and posting it out very quickly, fast, like fast. We want it now. We need you to take this shift over. We need you to do it now. Okay, I may not be asking very politely, but I'm telling you to do it now. Okay, so I don't know if you've got children and they're causing some conflict, or you work around children, but these can be about clients. Okay, they can all be coming in certain ways. These can be people that you're working with, and suddenly you get like loads of phone calls and a load of energies, like people to deal with and like organise and tell them where they're going and what they're doing. This could be a boss in certain ways, but this is where everything opens up and suddenly it all comes in very quick, okay, very quick. Now this, like I said, it could be you or around your partner. You could have a son, for a lot of you, a son or a daughter, okay? It doesn't have to be like a Leo, but it can be like a sun would mean like Aquarius, possible here somewhere, but like a son or a daughter, okay? And they're very quick and very fast acting, but like they're acting up if they are a young child. But if they are I'm hearing young adult, but if they're an adult, okay, if they're an adult, this is where someone is having a proper argument with their mother or their daughter or their son, okay, and it's over family, okay? So it's kind of like this person's trying to get away with it, like feeling as if they're trying to like get away with something, right? Not so fast. Why do you not pay me any attention? Why do you not have time? Why are you always like running in and out? And why do you not ever like come and stay? It's like, no, I don't want to. That's why I'm out. Okay, I don't want in. I want out. Okay. Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Jupiter, North Node for July. Sagittarius. Queen of Cups. Well, at the moment, everything seems to be fine. Like I said, so if your love life is going fine, there's nothing wrong with your love life, because this is like making plans, going out, and all that kind of stuff. When I'm picking up on those fight or flight energies, I really am I'm picking them up, but that'll be your north and south energy. That'll be your number that clashes with another one, okay? And something else that I've also discovered, not all controlling people are controlling with everybody else. It's only because of your north and south. It's only the reason why you fight, really, is because the number shows you the same number, right? You just can't put the equation together and you can't work the person out. And you constantly go through it. Because every controlling person in their right would have an argument with their north or south person, okay? Because that's southpaw, not, fight, okay, like Dana White. Okay, or like Dana, the name Dana, or Diane, or Danielle, or Dave, Devil, okay, but like, that's going to be your fight or flight response, but not everybody has them within their placement. That's why a person that's controlling with one, they're not with another, okay. So it might be like, well, you have a very controlling situation with your mother, okay, or your lover, which would be like a Gemini / Capricorn, and you have a big fight with your mum, but there are other people in life that you get on very well with, okay? Now, if you are getting on very well with your lover, okay, then you could well be, this could be a Gemini person, okay? But you're getting on very well with your lover, but you are not with your mother. Because this could be someone where their mother talks to them down or something, and they don't, like, they're out. Like, no, I'm leaving you behind. No, I'm sorry, but I haven't got time. I'm just bypassing you altogether and going around you and doing whatever it is that I want to do, because I might be going to see my lover, okay? Which means that I'm avoiding my mother, telling them exactly, it's either way. I'm either avoiding my lover or my mother, whichever way around it is, it could be. Okay, I'm avoiding them, okay, or Emily, or Emma, Melissa, Maria, Matilda, but I'm avoiding them because I'm going around over to see one of these names. Now, Lucy as well, okay, but I'm going over to see this person, but I'm avoiding telling a sibling, basically. So I'm not telling my siblings what I'm doing, and I'm out going to see my love life, okay? Because there's a couple of 3 messages that basically mean the same there. Avoiding one to go to another, okay? Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Jupiter, North Node. Because that's what I'm saying, that's going to pinpoint there who you're having the beef with. If you're having a lot of struggle with your mum, or a sibling, or an auntie, or an uncle, or something like that, and you are, that's because you are with them. But that might not mean that you're having an argument with your actual love interest, because this person has probably got their own thing. That's what I'm saying. This could be a son or a daughter or an ex that you've got, and this is their mother. But it might be that, this person here, they go off to see their girlfriend or boyfriend or whoever it is that they want to, but they live in a different place, in a different part of town. Sagittarius, because some of your kids, they don't live with you, and you as a mother are going to see the children here. Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Jupiter, North Node for July 2021. So Aries, there you go. So Aries / Scorpio, because it's 4, or a life path 4, okay? But that might be your partner, could be a Scorpio or an Aries, okay? Or a Pisces. But yeah, for a lot of you, like I said, your relationship is good. You've got a lot of work, okay? But you are having a big beef with someone who's with their parents, with a parenting situation, put it that way. Parenting situation. Because it feels like they're like turned their back on their past. It's like they're trying to take control back of themselves. Like, I'm in charge, I'm in control of myself and my own life. I don't really want anybody telling me what I can do, because I can basically do what I like, okay? Now, if I like you, I'm with you. If I don't like you, I'm avoiding you, put it that way, okay? So it's something like that. Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Jupiter, North Node for July. Sagittarius for July. Okay, Seven of Cups. So there's the 7 feeling that I was picking up through actually channeling your situation. As I'm saying, some of you make it very hard on one another to actually make a plan. What I'm picking up through this is that someone says, okay, like, right, we could go here, and we could go there on a Monday or a Tuesday or blah, 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 and then all of a sudden it changes because some people's work changes, their time shift changes. And they're like, well, I thought we was going to do that Monday or Tuesday. Like, oh, no, we can't now because I've got to work. And you're like, oh, fucking hell, bruv. It's like, yeah, well, I can't do everything all at once. So, like, I'm working on this day and I'm working on that day and so on and so forth. But then there is a person in this scenario that gives someone so many options that they don't know, which means, okay, where would you like to go? I don't mind. Where do you want to go? And you're like, well, can't you make a decision? Like, you think about where you want to go. And I say, okay, I've got these 2 options. You're like, okay, so shall we go here? I don't really know. And you're like, well, they were the 2 options that you gave me. You're like, yeah, well, they're 2 options, but like, are you sure you really want to go? Yeah. Are you sure? Yeah. Are you sure? You're like, fuck. Don't question my reality, bruv. Like, you've asked me if I'm sure, and if I've said yes, I mean it. If I've said no, I mean no. Right? But whatever it is that I say, whether that be a yes or a no, I do mean that. So please don't ask me if I'm sure, because that's questioning one's reality. Okay. So, because it's kind of like that. Are you positive? Right. So, for a lot of you, like, once you've made a decision, somebody can throw this at a 7 and give them another, like, something to think about. And you're like, hold on a minute. You've given me like 3 or 4 options to think about, and now you've actually just thrown another thing at me to say that there's something else that I'm not doing right, or like there's another plan. And you're like, yeah, well, can't we just stick with like one plan of where we would like to go? And you're like, well, no, there's 7 options of places that we could go. And you're like, yeah, but that's going to fucking really confuse me, bruv. That's really going to like confuse me. Because this can be like a hornet's nest of confusion around like, well, I don't know. You make a choice. Like, where would you like to go on holiday? Well, we all want to go to different places. Yeah, well, we can't all go to different places. We're all going to end up in some kind of like together. So that's what I'm picking up here. Yeah. So work is a factor here. There is nothing bad at the moment, so I don't know where the channeled messages are coming from for a lot of you. But yeah, working, getting on as a couple. Okay, but like time shift. Some of you could be like me and like a tarot reader. Okay, an actual tarot reader. Because that would be me. Yeah, but like, for some reason, man, I can't read today. I don't know why, I just can't read today, man. I'm like, feel as if I'm just completely messed up the old reading. I don't know what this feeling is in this reading. Like, there's a feeling here, and it doesn't add up to the actual reading. Because sometimes I read from the feeling and then also look at the tarot. The feeling feels completely different than the actual reading of what I'm looking at. Because the feeling feels very confused. But the cards are saying that there really isn't much. Right? So, like I said, there's something in this reading I feel that could well be coming up. Now, for a lot of you, you really are getting on with your partner and there is absolutely nothing wrong at all. But there is in this reading coming up with a person, I can feel it, okay? Now, for a lot of you, you are working a lot. This is going to be around those energies of what I was channeling for a start around, is this person going to ask you first before? Because it's kind of like, these plans for work are all going to be redrawn up and looked at and rescheduled. Like, can we reschedule? But am I asking you, like, are you at work first? What time do you finish work? What time do you get home? When do you have some days off? But then if this is a manager here, this one card ends up being a manager, and they are the person that alters your time reality here. There's got this feeling of this time shift of reality through this 7 energy of where your whole timeline is going to be affected by what's happening around this person managing other people's time. Okay. Because like I said, if you work for a person, that manager is in this reading, okay, and they are looking at this 7 of Cups and thinking, okay, who is it that I can choose to work? Okay. Who is it that I can choose to work? But that's where that working on a person too much is going to be, because it's focus. This is like focus. So I'm picking on like I keep picking up an energy. I'm picking on one person and focusing on them the most. Okay, so this manager and this message that seems to come out through your channeled stuff is a lot to do with this, of where someone is now going to ask someone, can you work a 7-hour shift? Can you work for 7 hours a day or 8 hours a day? Okay, I'm having to do 8-hour shift work for a lot of you, like working 8 hours a day or 7 hours a day is what I'm picking up. But this is Leo. This is Leo and Aquarian energy. And I'm also picking up travel expenses as well. Like, do I get travel expenses, or like someone looking at how much that is that's costing to travel? For some reason, that's a message somewhere out of these two cards of like, how much is it going to cost? Like travel expense, okay? Because I need to look at my expenses, like things like how much is it costing me to get to work? How much is my petrol and my diesel costing, or my gas, whatever you call it? But like, I definitely keep hearing an energy of travel expense, okay? But I'm doing it at your expense because you're disposable is what I'm picking up. Like, well, you know, I can pick you or not, but you're disposable, like, you know? So, like I said, I don't know if that's picking on someone just to basically cast them off as a piece of trash or write them off, right? But like I said, I'm really picking this person up here maybe as the boss here, as the boss. Because it's like Scorpio, but Aries Scorpio, okay, like, which is 4, okay, can be. And it's like, I'm trying to organise everything and trying to organise everyone to try and get us all to play along nicely and work together, okay? So how is this going to work? Because it feels like that you go to work, okay? You go to work and you work for a company, okay? And you don't work for yourself, but you work for this company. And your boss physically is in this reading as well, okay? And your boss is kind of like pinpointing you out as if to say, hello, can you work, Sagittarius? Can you work on this day and that day and this day and that day? But can you do like extra shift hours, and can you work longer hours, because we may be short of people, because there may be some people here that have left. Like I said, when I picked up for your channel stuff, I said that someone's left, okay? And I said like a boss may have left, or clients may have left, or whatever. That's this. That is that. That is a person here that has left the building. Right? It's a bit like Elvis. So you may have had a few people that have physically like left. Like say your manager's gone, right? Your manager's gone, they're left. Okay, and they've left now where there's a lot of work available. There's a lot of time available, and there's a lot of things to be drawn up through agreements of who's going to be working. And that energy of what I was picking up psychically and the feeling, it's coming from here. It is coming from here because somebody isn't here anymore, right? So there's spaces that need to be filled. And if this person isn't here, then we need to fill spaces of our quota of work. Okay, so, because I'm hearing love don't live here anymore, like Livy or Faith doesn't live here anymore. She's not here anymore. Okay, so we got some free time on our hands, and we can basically do whatever we like because someone's gone. Okay, so there's two energies here, two other channel messages. There's a child that's left. Somebody, like they lived at home, but then moved out, or they're moving out, like they're physically moving out, or they already have gone. Okay, and this is a child, and they don't live with this person anymore, and they're old enough now when they've gone on and they've flown the coop and they've done their own thing, and that's what they're doing, right? And then it's left you as a couple, if you're in it, to be able to like make a plan of where to go on holiday or spend some actual time together, because there's a person that doesn't live here anymore. They're planning on moving, or they're physically planning on, right? But for some of you, they actually have gone, like the child has gone. And it's leaving you open to be able to like make plans of where to go on holiday, because this can be like, we're gonna, you know, we've got some free time off work, blah, blah, blah. So we're gonna go somewhere, so where would you like to go? But this person asks this person, okay, I'm going to give you a load of options and you pick where you want to go. Okay, it's a bit like, okay, open up a map and then just pinpoint and go, okay, we'll go there, right? Something like that. But asking someone where they would like to go. Now, that's that energy of like going, spending some time with your partner and going abroad or going on holiday, or just a train, plane or automobile, okay? And it would probably be in a car here, because if you're dealing with like a 7 or a Cancerian, it might be a car You know, you don't go on a plane, you're basically just like travelling somewhere in a car. On holiday, I keep picking up like having a break from work. But for some reason, I'm thinking that when that plan is made, it's also then changed. It's also changed. Because I'm picking up, like a lot of you are talking about like having a break from work and going somewhere and blah, blah, blah. But if one of you or one of your partners work for someone else and you don't have your own business where you're fortunate enough to say, well, I can have days off whenever I like. If one of your partner doesn't and they work via this flexi contract or on contract, it feels like that this boss is going to suddenly change everyone's plan. Like you make a plan and it's like the best made plan that always fails, which was around a lot of Libra channeled messages a long while ago. The best made plan goes to pot. You make a plan and then it's changed. Okay. And I feel that that same message is coming up here, and it's around this. Like you talk about making a plan of where to go and stuff like that. And the person that works for a company, the company manager then says, can you work on these days? And the plan that you made then has to be looked at again and then changed. So it feels like that your karma is here that changes. Like you make a plan, but then the boss changes one of these people's plan, and then they have to make that plan with you and change it. Because like I said, you could be in couples here and you are together, but one of your partner works for a company and an organisation, and the other one probably owns their own company, and they can do whatever they like. They can have days off whenever they want, okay? But then you've got another person that works under contract and they have to go in. They have to go into work. And that could be this person, okay? Could be this person. They have to go into work. Could be like a Leo, Aquarian energy. But like they have to go into work. And their boss suddenly changes the plans that you have for your month of where you can possibly go out, but it won't be quite what you think or when. Do you know what I'm saying? Yeah, there's another message there for you guys. Because like I said, your channel stuff was a lot around this boss that's left, okay, that has left, or this client that's left, or this child that's left. But say this is a boss and they're gone. It's now leaving all of these contracts to now be redrawn. Now, if you work for a company here and you have your own company, and like some people have left, okay, and they no longer work here anymore, this is where your boss or someone is looking for another person to refill the place. And that might be why this manager is now thinking, okay, well, if we're short on clients or we're short on people and they're gone, okay, and they're the fastest cake on earth and they're gone, okay, if they're gone, or the name's Scott, okay, Scott, but if they're no longer here, your boss is now thinking, okay, who is it that we can pick on and pinpoint of who can do all of this work? And it's going to affect one of these people. It's going to affect one of these people. Because they're short-staffed. That's the message. They're short-staffed. It's kind of like they're underworked, overpaid, or overpaid and underworked. It's like they're trying to think about how much money they can offer you to pay you, but they're asking you to do more work because they're short-staffed. Here. Short-staffed. Because it feels like someone's left. Okay? So your message at the moment seems to be around work and altering time shifts. For a lot of you, you are in a relationship here, and unequivocally in a relationship, but you're just working on where you're going to go this month and what you're going to do, and like working your time around other people's work, around your partner's work and your work, okay? Yeah, that's what you have so far. So if you would like to join the rest of your reading, so then I'll start looking at love life and other things as well. But at the moment, I really feel like it's a working, non-working, working kind of situation that you have going on here. Okay. So to pinpoint anything else, I'll have to look deeper into the reading. If you want to join, it's on the first tier and also the full access bundle. If you're a part of the full access bundle, there is a plethora of readings that you can watch over there, and they are constant. Through the month is where I shove out loads of weekly readings, and I do a you versus them or something. I can't tell you if that's going to start on YouTube or be over there. I don't know. You basically just have to be a member, okay? Because I can't ever really keep up with different energies of what I'm going to look at in readings. But if you are part of the full access bundle, obviously you know, but you can watch the video that provided below that tells you all about it. There's emails for personal readings and everything that is provided below. Thank you so much, Sagittarius. I really do appreciate it. Make sure you watch your channel messages, and we'll see how we go forward. Thanks very much, and I'll see you soon.